Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Apologies for it taking so long there for the stream to get going. It, started and then said, oh, yeah, live stream is not available today, so that was kind of weird. How you doing there, Thrawn and Battling Geezer? Good to see you here, my friends. Now, I do realise this one is, well, earlier than I normally would have it. The reason for that is I forgot I'd agreed to go ahead and play some D&D with friends later on, so had to do it a little bit earlier just so I could do both today. Okay, just gonna get this set up. There's not too terribly much to do, to be honest, so I think we'll be done maybe within the hour, something of that sort of nature. Just double check I've got this set up here. Yeah, 199. There we go. Indeed, we are live there, Thrawn. Right, just gonna go ahead and get this set up then. Sup there, Duck? How you doing there, my friend? What's Papa-lockin'? Papa-lockin'? Yeah. Something of that nature. Right, just getting this loaded up here. I'm so very happy with the last turn's results, to be honest. So happy. Yeah, no, looking forward to it. I mean, we've been playing 5e for a while. We're going to be moving on to Pathfinder soon, and I can't effing wait. Like, I'm so goddamn happy. And then maybe one day Starfinder, but I'm really just trying to, just stoke the fires. Stoke these fires so I can try and get them around to playing, Final Flight, Fantasy 40k. The RPG one. I want to get them into Dark Coaster too, so maybe one day I'll get them into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the turn here. Get a good idea of what's going on. Yeah, I don't think it's going to take us too much longer to actually finish this turn, to be honest. We weren't too far from done last night, but yeah, I was getting a bit tired after about 3 hours. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at the current turn here. That's not good, man. Okay, insufficient resources for light industry in Tokyo. That's not good. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely right, isn't it? You've got to have a group, haven't you? Okay, so we're having a resource shortage in Tokyo. Might be worthwhile turning the light industry off for the time being, but it should be sorted out soon enough. I think we are going to have to just, yeah, I think we can't afford to, have the convoys head into Korea. I think we need to just get them moving into Nagasaki. Just throw masses of patrol boats in there, but I think we just have to go for it. I suppose this is the point at which his submarines aren't going to be as effective. I mean, of course, they will do damage, but I think we just have to accept that just so we can get the resources in, to be fair. We'll see. We'll do a better job of the convoy system than the Japanese ever did. So that AT, yep, indeed supply. Issues, really. Okay. Right. Ship repair completed. These patrol boats might actually be now available. We'll take a look at that shortly, actually. But these could be the first lot that have been converted over. So that'd be really handy if we had a bunch of new patrol boats available. That'd be awesome. It's going to free up a lot of the other ones as well. Gives it better coverage. It looks like he's patrolling the Tsushima area at the moment, anyhow. Okay, leaves arrived. Air skill has increased. Okay. He looks like a new leader, perhaps. Leadership increased. Okay. We'll go ahead and take a look at our industry. So, naval, yep. We don't have any additional points here. We do have a little bit of a stockpile of vehicles here. That's good to see. Armaments is building back up again. Once we get to a decent level, I'll actually, turn armaments production off again. Merchant, yeah, we're not using much in the way of merchant. Interested to see that, it's limited by oil only here. Supposedly, we do have the resource surplus. Hello there, Roach. How you doing there, my man? Good to see you. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, I need to get these resources into Japan. Increased tank production for the invasion of Australia. I wish. Yeah, if I could turn the armament production off for a little while. I'm not going to do it yet because I want to just get a decent stockpile built up. Then at least we are going to be able to bank some additional heavy industry, which is going to be nice. When you get the oil from the Dutch East Indies to Japan, you'll need good escorts, yeah. I mean, this is it. We are going to need good escorts. I think what we are going to be doing is I don't think it'd be... I don't know, it might be worth... No. I don't think it'd be worthwhile using destroyers. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things of... it's a warship at the end of the day. A patrol boat... Yeah, I'll have more patrol boats than I'll have destroyers, so I'll use patrol boats, sorry. Okay, let's take a look then. Aircraft production. Simple. We'll look at what's being built right now. Yeah, so this is giving me a rough idea of availability. So for the X6M30, we're looking about midway into 42 at the moment. We might be able to speed that up a little bit further. Tojo, Knifer, hello there, Alfonso, and Chainsaw. How you doing there, my friends? You can use Matsuki. Potentially so. Yeah, like the poor destroyers or something, that wouldn't be a bad idea. D4Y1C Judy, D4Y1. Looking at, yeah, okay, so we're looking to have the D4Y1C Judy this year. Towards the back end of the year. Ideally, we can actually accelerate that. It's all about accelerating, really. Japanese destroyers were never that well armed anyhow. Yeah, this is it, but I'd like to use them obviously in combat. Well, let's take a look then, so go back to our production. So if we take a look at by the number that we're building, take a quick gander. Okay, I mean the KI-43 Oscar production's really running away there, ahead of everything else, which is fantastic. It's good because obviously we need to replace the KI-27s to a degree. I mean, we're not going to replace all of them. What we'll do is obviously have the training squadrons just use the KI-27s, because why the hell not? And, yeah, the 43's on the front line. We're looking at the actual tracker here at the moment. Can you check your current classes of DDs, anything other than Fubuki, sorry, second class, yeah. Okay. So obviously we haven't been producing the KI-21s nor the G4M1s. So obviously there's none of them. Well, there's still 8 G4M1s in the pool here. But also we haven't been producing them. I'd like production of the L3Y2 Tina to increase, but it is increasing very slowly, but it is still increasing. We produce 2 a month, which is not a huge amount, but it is increasing. The MC21 Sally is increasing as well. These are what I need more than anything, really. We produce 14 a month at the moment. Still a few more facilities to be repaired here to increase that. Glen production, okay. I mean, that's the only thing I'd use is that engine as far as I'm aware. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, of course it is for the submarines, to be honest, that would produce these bad boys. They're not too bad either. Not too bad. Not obviously as long range as a Jake, but not bad. Okay. How about engines? $250 Nakajima Ha-35s here at the moment. I need to get that pool to about 500. If I can get that pool to 500, we can actually get a research bonus. Well, an R&D bonus. Which is going to be good. We've still got plenty more facilities to repair here. Of course, we're not going to have that many. We're going to stop at about 500, I reckon. Let's see. Yeah, okay. 115 of those bad boys. 342. I've got quite a few of the HA-31s. I don't think there's anything that uses that. The Dina uses that, so there's plenty of those available. Let's see. We'll take a look at our R&D. KI-45s. Okay, so at least we'll be able to probably gain a R&D bonus with that, if anything. Engines. Yeah, these are being used quite heavily at the moment. And it might be just that we don't have that much in the way of production there. It's going to take some time, but obviously once we are... I don't know, we'll have to take a look. I'd be half tempted to potentially just sort of slow production of certain aircraft just to try and build up the engines. But we'll see. Okay, so you can see that minefield supposedly reduced by 1. And there's other minefields over here that I do obviously need to maintain, like Cam Ranh Bay, Canton, that sort of, yeah, well, yeah, Hong Kong. Need to get mine layers over these areas. No. Luganville should be on here soon. As soon as we get those mines laid, Luganville will be on here, which would be cool. Okay, take a look at... actually, let's take a look at the victory points here. So it has been narrowing down. which has been quite good. Need to obviously bank a lot more. But we're not doing too bad. It's about 1.981 to 1 at the moment. If we could try and score some big victories, that'd really do us very well. Yeah, we can actually see the ships have been sunk and the dates and everything like that. As to whether these are confirmed or not, I do not know. I mean, it suggests in there Maryland, West Virginia, Arizona, Prince of Wales. Doubt that. So it's not exactly accurate. Shame about the Haruna. Oh well. Yeah, chart over here as well. So you can see it started to narrow. And yeah, I mean, the Americans there did have a big boost. I'm gonna say that's probably from getting the Haruna, probably. Okay. Take a quick look at the map. I'm not too happy about the H6K4s at Luganville. A lot of them are under maintenance at the moment, but it will be improved shortly. So we'll go with Surge Arcs. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I mean, obviously this is where Kido Butai is. The good news is at least we do have some sort of coverage in this general area. So that does work out. We've got submarine coverage here. VMC coverage over here as well, so it's not too bad. It's all about having that coverage stack up. Okay. Bring the game up. So let's take a look at the actual supply issue. Well, the resource issue over here then. Right, Tokyo. Let's reduce that slightly. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, it's just getting the resources here. I think we've just not been having the influx of resources that we need. So they'll get the resources, it's just going to take some time. Just check the DD classes you could use for escort: Momo, Momi, Minakaze, Watakaki, Kamikaze, and Mutsuki. Yeah, that'd make a lot of sense. Okay, let's take a look at what we get over here. Right, you've got nothing loaded here at the moment. We'll tell you to dock up, actually. You've only got about 27,000. Yeah, the issue is we need the resources to collect again in Port Arthur. So I think what I'm going to do here then is take this convoy. And let's figure this out. I might launch a second convoy from perhaps at Shanghai. But then again, saying that, there's not that many resources here. It might be worth our time to potentially go up to Torihara. Yeah, there's 355,000 tons of resources there. I think we'll move this convoy then up to Torihara, and then at least it can be moving from Torihara to potentially one of these bases in Japan, basically in Honshu. But that would be quite worthwhile. I mean, they're a quite speedy one. It's like a second-rate one. It's not the best, but it's not far from being the best. Definitely not the same speed as the 18 knotters, but yeah, 15 and 14 knots ain't bad either. 5 hexes, 4 hexes. Not bad at all, really. Per phase, of course. Right, issue is going to be trying to get them there, but it does have a free destroyer escort, so we'll have it bound for Torihara. They do have a good number, so try and make it. We're going to be going around, yeah, the coastline of Korea here as well. That's going to be helpful. So we should be able to ideally avoid some issues. Is there anything here? There's some patrol craft. Couple mines there. Couple mines there. I'm going to bring along the Sarushima and the Hiroshima. Well, actually, yeah, we'll bring along the Hiroshima. These patrol craft. No anti-submarine. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring them anyhow. Obviously, we'll just have to take the fuel from the actual convoy, to be honest. I mean, these bad boys, they actually just look like glorified destroyers, don't they? Yeah, it looks like a converted destroyer, to be honest. I imagine that's probably what it is. That would make sense. I can imagine it's probably like an outdated destroyer that's obviously been modified to have the mines on. Yeah, that make a lot of sense. Their maneuver's not bad. I mean, they do have a 8cm gun. They do, yeah, okay, it's not too bad. We can use them. So I'm going to have that convoy shifted over to Torihara, so to Sakhalin. Now a Kijo. You're not doing anything, okay, that's no good. Right, what we're going to do here then. What do we actually have in the Port of Kijo, resource-wise? So we've got 85,000 tons here. We need to get that moving. We're not... I mean, we're not really having issues as such. It's more like teething issues at the moment. So we're going to have that transferred to Fukuoka. So we'll put that on continuous supply. There we go. So resources, return cargo is nothing. It's a small force there, 2 destroyers. The speed's pretty good. Low, direct. There we go. Oh, we do have oil coming into Japan. In small bits and bats, not a huge amount, but it's still an influx. Lewis Kingston. How do the Chinese communists work out they're just part of China? And they're treated as part of the United Front, really. So you won't see like communist China, you just see it treated as just China. The Hiroshima you showed there is new, only built from 1938. Okay, that's pretty impressive then. Yeah, what I'd like to do then is actually have these mine layers actually made available. Be intriguing to see where we could potentially use them. I'm considering maybe placing down some mines in these areas. If we take a look over here, I don't think we benefit from any coral reefs. There are some coral reefs. Well, reefs I can imagine you could call them. Could be coral, could be rock, could be anything really. But nothing spectacular. Though that's not too bad. I mean, this is shallow ocean, so a minefield could be maintained there. Would it be super easy? Obviously, it'd be much better to have them maintained at ports. But it could be done. I mean, we could potentially mine Paramushiro? I can't remember how you pronounce it. Yeah. So we could potentially mine this base here. Possibly there. I don't know, I don't think it's possible. I mean, it could be technically done, like mine the area, but I don't think it'd be worthwhile. But we'll have the mine... Whoops. We'll have them sent up to the north end just to take a look at the situation. We will have an influx of resources arriving, yeah. I mean, they're unloading 49,000 tons there still. Over here. 4 destroyers, actually, so they've just arrived in the area. That's good to see then. So we are actually expanding the airfield over here. That's good news. That's good. So we actually do have some engineers here. Okay. That's very, very good. Right. Yep, so long as that airfield keeps expanding, that'd be good. So we're gonna base actual aircraft out here. Mine Palembang. See, I'd like to mine Palembang, but I mean, we might try and mine here, but we've seen that mine in America has been effective. I think what we need to do here then is understand the fact that if we mine this area here, then at least it can't get out. And if it goes north, we do have a chance of sinking it. What I'd like to do is try and... I mean, this is it. We've seen tankers moving up over here. I think what is actually happening is... I don't think it's actually taking it from Palembang itself. I think he's having it moved over here to Osthaven. Which makes sense. Obviously, then move from Osthaven into Java, probably. Does Kido Butai have its marching orders? They do indeed. So, Kido Butai is going to be making their way out here. Let's double check. Yep, they're going to be making their way there. So, they will be probably about here tomorrow. Now, what we're hoping for is... yeah. So the first phase will be about here then. What I'm hoping here then is, obviously because DHG is going to be aware of Kido Butai, he may not have full information on Kido Butai due to the lack of detection. He's still got some detection, so he knows it's here. Obviously he did see his forces attacked. But what I'm hoping is, maybe he doesn't have a full picture, but what I'm hoping here is that he thinks I'm actually headed to Norfolk Island, which technically we are at first, and then we'll be swinging down to Auckland. I think that would more than likely be the most likely target he would assume. We're going to have submarines actually hit this area here. So we do see the enemy has tankers here, AP, well a tanker and AP at least. So I think what we're going to do here then, Are you detected? You're not detected, you're not detected as far as I can tell. I think we need to patrol in this area here. I'm going to have a third submarine join them. I'm going to have additional submarines join them on the blockade of Fiji. So that'll be good news. Put on normal. I don't think it particularly makes a difference, to be honest. Yeah, Jones is getting low. I need to get oilers out here. We will have another oiler arrive at Luganville shortly. Well, in the next couple of days, so that's good news. Because we do need to have these submarines refueled. Now, you're very low in fuel here. Well, you're getting low in fuel. I think what I'm going to do here then is have you move over towards Fiji for the time being. The good news is obviously at least on the way you're going to be running patrols here. You don't have an aircraft? Okay. Is attacking the Aleutians or Alaska planned? We're going to be going for the Aleutians later on in the year, actually. Around about March time, so about 2 months from now, give or take. Hello there, Flint. How you doing there, my man? Yeah, around about March time is when we'll be going for it. Oh, most of them were finishing 1942-43. Okay, that's cool then. Right. So you're just off the coast of Brisbane here at the moment. Low on ammunition. Do you know why Kido Butai attacked with only 17 vowels and didn't finish this convoy? It could be just the fact that, I don't know, it's interesting. It looked like they were discovered by a Kargi or Kargan, I can't remember which one it was. And it looks like then they were sent out. It might be that due to the nature of the actual threat, that not many aircraft were actually signed. It could, I don't know, it's one of these things, I do find it rather intriguing. I know the commander ratings do have an impact, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how they make it sometimes, how they make that decision as such. I'm half tempted just to have the 85 M4s just guard the carriers, but then again, it's one of these. I don't think we're going to be facing much in terms of air resistance, so if I can have the 0 spares for fatigue, that'd be good. Right, we do have the oilers, they're going to be setting out, which is great news. These vehicles are going to be heading down here as well. Okay, yep. Oiler's going to be joined out. Yeah, so he's got Nagara, another light cruiser, and another destroyer will be meeting them as well. We do have the seaplane carrier Mizuho, so that's going to be good news. We're going to actually head out to this coral reef here as well. So, depending on the situation over here as well, that would put us in, yeah, so this position here is quite special. It puts us within 6 hexes of Sydney, and it puts us within 6 hexes of Brisbane as well. Now, that's important because it means I can strike at both Sydney and Brisbane, and I can actually run reconnaissance over both targets at the same time. Ideally, we'll be able to lock down that area, really. But it means I'm going to have to spend less days on actual target. It might be that we potentially stay here. I don't know, it depends, really. We'll see what we can afford. But fuel's going to be making its way down here, so what we might end up doing then is having fuel join them around this point. We'll see here. Should have got 1 or 2 buffers. Okay. So we're going to head outbound that way. Okay, you're loading the troops back up from the 52nd Naval Guard. Yeah, we'll take a look at those vehicles in just a moment. Yeah, so they're over at Koumac, Canton, and Vaitupu. Okay. Then obviously in this task force as well. I'd like to reunite that unit. There's a little bit of fuel over here. Ah, tiny amount of fuel. A little bit of supply. Enough to keep the actual unit there going for a while. I mean, that's 312 infantry. It's not an insignificant amount. Yep, so take a look at these vehicles over here then. It's actually pretty impressive. So this is the 8th Tanker Regiment. So, we have a mix of Type 95 light tanks, we also have a mix of, well, we have Type 89 medium tanks. Quite a few of them, actually. I think it's something about 100 tanks there. Which is going to be very good, motorized support as well. It's going to be excellent. Once we actually get it over here to Luganville, once we actually get the division, get the regiments over there all set up and ready to go. Along with the artillery. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great if we had some independent engineers, but I don't think we actually have any there. Hello there, Alex, how you doing there, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're going to have to forego the worries about the American submarines here for the time being. Now, the issue is I've got these bloody naval guard on board, but I can't get them into Koumac with these patrol craft here. Irritatingly. Okay. I'm going to tell them just to patrol here. Just patrol Bellep Island. To be honest, I'm going to have them run full speed here just for the time being. I want to get them out there. I can't really afford to lose any men there. It would really hurt me. We are sending out a 4-destroyer task force, actually. You're going to be laying mines here, ideally, next turn. I think what we're going to do here, then... I did tell them originally to patrol... And actually, they're going to be patrolling Bellep Islands. Okay, that's fine. At least we'll be able to actually go into the base here. Can't dock, but that'll be fine. Could Kido Butai sink all the patrol craft? Yeah, they could absolutely sink all the patrol craft if they were within range, but they're not going to be within range here. Yeah, the PT boats are on their way to deal with that. I mean, we're obviously going to have additional forces out here as well. The Kinagusa is going to be returning. Yeah, Kinagusa is going to be returning. I'm half tempted to detach Kinagusa. Though, might not be a bad idea, just keep her with them. Hard to say, I mean, Kinagusa could be here next turn. But I don't want her to get, like, snagged by any submarines, but as well, we also do need to look after these forces. After you're done, can you check if you'll get the Kamishima-class Malaya? Sure, we'll take a look at that just in a moment. Do we know what their name would be? Nurishima. Yeah, these must be the actual ones you're talking about. These class. Well, that class there. We don't really get that many mine layers. And did you let that cruiser force escape? Well, we went south, assuming they might have gone south, but it seems that they in fact went west. But that's fine. Because due to the fact that we went south, I don't think he expected that either. We were able to actually interdict 2 cargo ships over here, so we'll be able to sink those next turn, more than likely. If not, we'll be able to hit them over here, more than likely. But they're not really... It's just lucky they were there for us, really. It's just an unintended surprise. In some ways, I would have preferred to potentially have kept them. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these, like, we'll sink it. At the end of the day, if we sink it, it's less cargo ships in the area that he has available, so that's always good. Indeed. Oh, we're finished in 45, okay. Alright, so they're going to be moving over there. You're patrolling around Brisbane here at the moment. I'm going to have you actually patrol down the coast towards Sydney, actually. You're low on fuel, but we'll make do. You can always make it to Bellep Island or something of that nature. And a part of me is tempted to maybe take control of these 2 islands over here, depending if there's any garrison on it. But I think we can do that. Once New Caledonia's fallen, then we can do that. Okay. We do have additional submarines moving into the area as well, so that's good news. I'm going to have that submarine transferred to Tulagi. The reason being at least it gives it some actual detection. Well, some actual protection, I should say. Okay. They have radar on both of us. Okay, that's cool. Alright, I've got 2 submarines over here, but I don't think they're going to be bloody doing anything. Issue is they're pretty low in endurance, so I don't mind that. They're not detected, so that's fine by me. We know that there are some aircraft here, so I can imagine he's using potentially PBUIs. Okay, do you have another submarine over here? Yep. You're fully ready to go? I think the RO is going to be really kept around the Coral Sea, to be fair. Though, I think I'm going to actually have this one sent over to Tarawa. The reason being, wouldn't be a bad idea to have some submarines in the Marshall Islands. So you're moving northwest, okay. We still have the patrol boats out here that amazingly survived. Still a little bit of detection there, but it's reducing. Well, diminishing. Couple jakes over here. Right, not within range. But what we are going to do here then... I'm going to transfer you down to Funafuti. But obviously can transfer you over there. Okay, one of them was damaged on the way over. Yeah, only a slight bit of damage there, so that's good news. I can reduce that down to 50-50 for the time being. Okay, so it's been a little bit more strain on them in terms of aviation, but then again, we've got more than we need here. I'm still looking at Tanawan, aren't I? I was thinking those numbers are high. Yeah, oh okay, we're actually just within our reach there, that's fine by me. Yeah, elements of you are still over here at Tarawa, aren't they? I'm still working on that airfield, yeah, I'm still working on that airfield, I actually forgot about that for a while. That's actually nearly done, which is fantastic. The good news is I'll be able to actually transfer engineers around then, with actual transport planes, which is going to be vastly easier. Okay. Hello there, Franz Ferdinand. Okay. Yeah, that's not wrong, is it, to be fair? How are the ships doing? I mean, this is it. He'll believe that he obviously caused far more damage than he really did. And don't get me wrong, these ships are hurt, but they have survived, which is exceptional. Very, very good. We'll be able to have them sent over to truck for repairs in the near future. I'm just very, very glad they survived, because these are some pretty good ones. And I'm going to need troop transports, absolutely. That, and at the end of the day, I can't really afford to lose ships. We have a large merchant marine, but yeah, I need to have ships. So the more I can actually keep alive, the better. Okay, then Jags obviously run their reconnaissance of the Rabaul. Amazing, isn't it? They're running it... that's crazy. But what I'm going to do here then is... bugger that. I'm going to run 70-30 for the time being on naval search. I want to get an idea of what's going on in this area here. The good news is that we have naval search on both these islands over here on Luganville. And we would have had some naval search down here at Bellop Island. But unfortunately, the Kitakawa Maru was actually destroyed down there, which is a shame. 'Tis but a scratch. Okay. So we're still patrolling around Palmyra. You're going to head over there to Palmyra as well. Though, might not be a bad idea potentially head around Christmas Island, but then again I don't think Christmas Island is worthwhile. Right. You've been spotted. I'm going to assume that you've been spotted by Pearl Harbor. Yeah, unfortunately the Allied cruisers have escaped, but the thing is they're going to be heading more than likely to Australia at this point here. Okay, what I'm going to do then is actually patrol around this point here. Well, if I set it up over this way, then set it back to just outside of Pearl Harbor, though in reality, I'll patrol to about that point there. What I'm going to attempt to do here then is just try and patrol this area. We know the Americans have battleships, etc. up over this way. So I'm going to have one of them sent up that way. Okay. Have you sent up that way? There we go. Float planes are less effective for reconnaissance than true reconnaissance. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ben Infinite. If we could get some reconnaissance down here, we'd be very happy. We'll get that down here in the future. G4M1s are training up over here, which is good. Yeah, I can see their naval torpedoes increase, defenses increase, which is obviously very important. For the second squadron, take a look. Okay. Yeah, increasing again. Experience is very good, actually. Need to maintain that. Okay, so they're going to be heading north. Looks like we'll be able to hit these patrol craft over here. Remember, next strategy, if you sink an aircraft carrier with a submarine, I'll draw you a bad picture of the event. I'd like that. I would genuinely like that. Oh dear. Right. These elements are moving in over here then. Get them on combat. Have them patrol the actual port over here. Right, there we go. Yep, let's see. I need you to actually head into Naga. So head to Naga. It's a large amount of transports there. Very large amount. Okay. So we've got aviation engineers over here. We've got additional armoured support. What we're going to be doing then is, I think what we'll do is possibly use a fast transport or something that's not too valuable but not too slow either to potentially move these forces over to Samar. This element of the Naval Guard is moving over there to this base over here at Samar. We have taken control of that one, so that's good to see. Yeah, we just need to finish taking control of this area. We have these forces that are going to be headed in here, okay? It's quite a heavy amount of force, I'm not going to lie. Just need to get the actual supply here. So we'll wait for the supply to arrive. Okay. Are you ever going to try an Indian Ocean raid like Kido Butai did in March 1942? I don't know about using Kido Butai in the Indian Ocean, but maybe light carriers or escort carriers perhaps. Alright, Ashigara. Kagiro. Or Kaguro. Okay, I'm going to leave 2 destroyers with this force here. Ashigara and the 3 light cruisers are going to head into Kamran Bay. Ah, thanks, man. That's really appreciated. Direct and normal. Okay. We are lacking munitions. What we are going to do here then, this force is also going to drop off these men over here. We'll drop off some additional supply, I'd imagine. Not a huge amount. We'll wait for our forces, obviously, to recover the disruption fatigue, and once they're ready, we'll begin to launch deliberate attacks against the garrison of Cagayan. To be honest, I could potentially look at actually basing some bombers over here. Wouldn't be a bad idea. What's the aviation support like? 23. Aw, Duck, that's so bloody awesome, dude. You guys are cute. Right, I do have 24k, 48 Bs over here. What I'm going to do then is actually have them transferred down to the base at Naga. We are going to run ground attack about 12,000 feet then. We'll run the ground attack over here at Cagayan. I don't think there's any fighter cover there. But I'll run that ground attack, and at least that's going to help the forces out here to a degree. I mean, this is it. We'll be able to build up the disruption and fatigue up over there. Really wish you would focus Kido Butai on the AK, then Koumac. Feel like straining your fuel like that will bang in the ass. It could potentially do so. I mean, we do have enough fuel. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not too far from Koumac anyhow. We'll be able to take control of, well, we'll take care of these guys. We've got 4 destroyers heading over here to Koumac. We'll have additional surface assets in the next 2 days. We have 3 oilers heading out this way. We've got a 4th oiler heading out this way. So, worst case scenario is then, well, we've got 4 oilers within a few days in the worst case scenario. If it came to the absolute worst, I think what I'd do is probably just send a couple cargo ships out there to meet with Kido Butai to actually refuel them in that way. I could even potentially use the AMCs for that sort of role. No, I know I said about full speed, but no, it's just too much. No, it's not worth it, is it? They'll make it out of that, ideally. And we rushed in substitutes carriers near Midway. We have, one submarine is going to be heading down this way, but the other submarines are going to be patrolling along this line here. The most likely avenue of approach to Midway. Sorry, to Pearl Harbor. What's our plan for reinforcing New Mayor? Indeed. See, it looks as if the cruise and mine layer arrived only today, to be honest. It looks as if they ran into each other over here, to be honest. Which would make sense. If we take a look, yeah, the weather's not particularly great over here. The good news is the weather is actually pretty bad over Kido Butai. That's clear skies, so we should have a good shot at that. I mean, this is best case scenario where you have bad weather over the actual carriers, and then good weather over the actual target. You must be Central Time or before for it to be modded. What's up, Ben Akalaris? How you doing, man, my friend? Yep, for you guys who are not aware, do go ahead and check out Akalaris. Worst case scenario is the AO gets sunk by a sub-Zor of a task force and Kido Butai limps home with mountain systems damage. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I think we can take this day by day. Should this situation change within the next day, we're already nearby here. I think what I'd do in a pinch is potentially have these AMCs actually routed down to Kido Butai and actually have them fuel up. We can make it work. I am worried about where his carriers will be coming from. We do need additional H6K, well, H6K4s on station. I should actually have potentially some available now. Let's go and check Roidmar. You're quite far out, aren't you? Yeah, H8K1 Emily's. Red Luganville. Still 10 of those bad boys in maintenance. We'll have a good few of them ready tomorrow, but yeah. Yeah, I'll be playing some Rule the Waves 2 next week, actually. Okay, I could put some additional craft in reserve here. I am going to do that. It's going to help us out with the actual maintenance issues. We do have, let's take a look, Luganville. I've got more aviation support than I need. So, in the time being, for the time being, we need to try and lighten the load actually on the H6K4s there. The more aircraft we have, the less of the extent of fatigue on the squadron as a whole, really. Obviously, then if you have other aircraft, you can have one out and one in maintenance, that sort of thing, really. As far as it goes for New Mayor, we have the actual ground forces on their way to Luganville now. I mean, we could potentially run this with the 144th, the 3rd Mortar Battalion, there's an element of the 4th Infantry here, which is still 1,000 men, don't get me wrong, it's still 1,000 men here. Let's take a look at Luganville. So at Luganville we have 4,427 troops, obviously that's including other assets such as base forces and stuff like that, where they've got some SLF or troops or whatever you want to call it. There's still an okay amount. Well, obviously I'd like to build it up to the full strength there. I'd like to have the 2 regiments, the artillery, and the tanks. It'd be amazing if we had some engineers, but we don't. Well, like an independent engineer unit. Yeah, the 3rd Mortar Battalion. Just 1 second, guys. Just going to close my window so you guys can't hear the lawnmower outside. Okay, apologies about that. Just forgive the noise in the background if you can hear it. Right, so we have these forces here. That's a fair old amount of mortars there, really, isn't it? Not bad, not bad. Yep, and then the 144th Regiment, at least they're in good shape. And we've got some good planning over New Mayor there. I mean, that 41's pretty decent. Five here. Right. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to leave this force over here, so I'll have it planned for Luganville. Right, okay, and you're also planned for New Mayor. So, 1 regiment's going to have a good planning bonus. Not exactly amazing, but what we'll do then is obviously have our headquarters planned for this as well. Now, Southern Army was just listed there, so let's take a look where Southern Army is. I think they're going to be busy with Loyang at the moment. So, Southern Army is in Saigon. Let's take a look. They're planning for Singapore at the moment. I think we need to keep that planning on Singapore, to be fair. There would be other headquarters that could potentially have planned there. Okay. One madman is cutting grass at 6 o'clock. A madman who doesn't want to do it Saturday. Yeah, that'd be my dad. Oh dear. Okay, those forces moving there. What I'm going to do is tell them to actually head to Kuala Lumpur instead. Right, so we are going to have something in the region of 2... Well, 1 regiment should be here tomorrow. And then in the following days, well, I don't know, we're going to have quite a few forces, really. We'll have something in the region about 3 divisions, a couple of regiments, artillery, all that sort of good stuff. What I'm going to do here, then, is actually launch a bombardment over here. So let's take a look at my guns. To be fair, just launch a bombardment. Very good plan in here. Set all to this operations mode, set all to this mode as well. Okay. They've been here a long time. And do we get a surround bonus if we naval invade a New Mayor, as well as attack from the other side of the island? It'd take a very long time to march from Koumac down here. I don't know, let's take a look at our forces here. The issue is the lack of supply. Disruption's minimal. There's absolutely no disruption. Fatigue's not so good. I'd be tempted to launch a deliberate attack, but I don't know. I'd rather have supply. I'd rather have a surplus of supply, really. I don't want to just, like, use all my supply all at once. Once we can get some additional supply there, then we'll launch an attack. I mean, we should have actually had another naval guard unit there, but hey. Just need to get a ship over there with some supply, to be honest. Let's bring it up to 6 and at least they'll react. Right, normal threat threshold as well. Okay. Let's take a look then. So we've got 70... Yeah, I mean, this is where Japan comes in quite good. We've got 70 experience in the day, 69 at night, 72, 68, 70, 67, 71, 69, yeah, then 70, 69. Hexi control does not modify odds, but it can affect surrender chances, indeed. Okay. I think we can actually outdo them here at Mersing. I think we can do that. I think we can actually take these forces out here. It's going to be very good. I mean, that, yeah, exactly. After your successful landings, the Allied forces will be thrown to disarray in, yeah. I mean, this is it. It very well could fall within the month. Is that number accurate? That can't be accurate. I don't know about that. We do need to actually have the reconnaissance reorganized. So it's a good time to do it now, actually. I can actually do a shifting one of these units out. When does the airfield expand, actually? Okay, it's not expanding anymore. Okay, we can manage that for the time being. Those are pretty powerful DDs, 6 times 5-inch guns, yeah. Pretty good, actually. They're not, I don't know how modern they are, but they're not bad either. Okay. I really need more of these aircraft. So, no need to do the reconnaissance over Malacca. Yeah, we are going to try and move as quickly as possible down here. We're going to make it to Malacca, and then we're going to be immediately marching. It'll take us a couple days to head down to that area anyhow, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to run reconnaissance over Johor. Reconnaissance over Johor. I know, right? See, Mersing will work. Jeez, I never thought I would say that. It's been an incredible fight there. Been absolutely incredible. Yeah, this is not good. I'm gonna have these guys transferred to Bangkok. I'm going to assume that they're going to be going by rail or something? Yeah, varied experience here. I'm going to be playing Rule the Waves 2, actually, more than likely next week. Most likely. I'm half tempted to send the Ki-48s from over here at Taiping. I don't know. I think I'm going to take the first day cautiously. I think it'd be very likely for him to place his combat air patrol over those, over those bases now. So I'm going to take it cautiously for the first day, and then what we'll do is actually have bombers. Yeah, I mean, what I'd like to happen is he throws his combat air patrol out there, and we're able to smash it with the sheer amount of zeros and Ki-43s amongst others. So we'll take this first day cautiously, we'll see what the sort of groundwork is like, and then we'll continue. How low will we go to hit his troops at Mercier? 1,000 feet, yeah. I think 10,000 feet, 10 to 12,000 feet's okay. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of guns he has. He'll probably have some sort of AA over here. Yeah, I know Mercing's not trapped. I'm gonna have to take Johor Bahru to trap the troops over here at Mersing. Seeing as you would have to force retreat from Johor and march to Mersing before he moves out of Mersing to Johor Bahru. Indeed. What we're going to be doing here then is marching on to Johor Bahru, as Infinite points out there. So we're going to march directly south. We're not going to attack Mersing. We're going to make our way down here to Johor Bahru. I'm also going to have to leave a unit here just so our supply lines aren't cut off. I'm also going to leave a unit over here in the base too. But what we're going to do is obviously bombard with our forces over here. Have the vast majority of our men make their way down to Johor Bahru. Now, ideally, this situation is good enough where we might be able to get our troops there before his men in Mersing move. Now, there might even be the circumstance where he actually transfers troops from Singapore, but I don't think he'd do that. I'd love it if he did do that, because they would be smashed. He might. It's a possibility. It's a remote one at that, but it is a possibility that he may in fact do that. I don't think he would, but it could be done. The reason could be that perhaps, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. He's going to find it difficult to move out of here. I mean, there's 17 units there. 5 units here as far as we can tell, 25 units here, so I don't believe that 14,000. I wish it was 14,000, man, that'd be bloody amazing. We could go lower, but 10,000 or so works well for me. Yeah, get a pilots to hang out the window. Take pop shots with the actual pistols. How many fighters does he have over Singapore? I mean, he's got 53 stationed there as far as I can tell. So he will have more than double his number here. Well, slightly more than double. Okay. I'm going to get everything moving out of here. No need to have it here, actually. Have it moved to Saigon, and then we'll sort it out from Saigon. I mean, we lost that many bombers due to a bloody mistake, unfortunately. We're not going to bomb Singapore, we're going to be bombing Johor Bahru. But we do have vastly more fighters going in this time. I'm only sending 1 squadron. So I'm just sending 16 Ka-21s. I still hate that mistake happened, but hey. Yes, we're sending all of these 0 squadrons here. 45. 18. I might give him the replacements. I will leave it for the time being. So you're going to sweep in Johor Bahru. You're in escort to Johor Bahru. You're in a sweep to Johor Bahru. That's fine. I'd consider sending additional bombers, but I think we'll go ahead with this first day and see how that turns out. We do have more supply over here to Kota Bahru now, due to the fact that we did have the transports unload, which is good news. I also do have a submarine over here that's going to be headed to Saigon. Yeah, but no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Oh dear. Right, then moving in elements to the 124 to Kuantan, so obviously we'll capture the base out of Kuantan. We're going to be dropping troops onto Temulor as well, so we'll have control of that rail line. So yeah, by hopefully tomorrow we'll have control of basically everything north of Mersing. I'm hoping this will scare him. I don't know, I don't think he'll be prepared for it. I don't think he'll have foreseen it coming. I think it's one of those things where, unless, I don't know, I really don't know if he knew it was coming. I mean, perhaps he had some signal intelligence, like radio intelligence, like from Magic or something like that, decryption, that told him, okay, the Yokosuka 3rd SLF are there, but we'll see. Yeah, that's fine, we turned off the replacements anyhow. They are definitely better than Kido Butai. Are you sure you don't want to fly over Mersing with your sweeps and not just bomb Mersing with everything you have? I can't Yeah, I don't see the well, I mean, what we're going to do here, we've got a bombardment over here at Mersing, so that's going to be taking care of that. It's not going to do a huge amount, but obviously we'll focus on Johor Bahru here. What I want to do is try and stop these forces from leaving. Because these men could just simply march over to Singapore. He might just cut his losses and decide that the men in Mersing are just lost anyhow. But I think it'd be good. I think we have a really good opportunity here then to really just recover some bloody honor, I suppose you could call it. That should be nice. Would be nice. Ideally this will work out well. I mean, once we actually have the Singapore Express moved back to Cam Bay, we might be able to consider, we might even consider supporting this area, I don't know, potentially against Singapore. We know he has bombers over here, so it could be potentially we hit this airfield, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do have some reconnaissance over here, actually. You're lacking a pilot. So you've been doing reconnaissance over Balikpapan? Yeah, so we have a good idea of his fighters there. And as I say, he's got 26 fighters over here. He's going to regret not having them over Singapore, well, over Malaysia, well, Malaya. What I'm going to do here, then, considering that Mini Kido Butai is actually just over here, we'll have them run reconnaissance of Tarakan. And then at least that's going to give them a much easier time. Yeah, they should be able to see what's over here. There we go. Additional construction forces, that's good. They're moving on to truck. They'll have to refuel midway. Right. Yep. The other elements of the 56th and additional base force here. What I'll do then is obviously move these base forces out to the front lines. Obviously towards the logistical points. Additional engineers here too. Yeah, we're trying to build up the amount of engineers. I could do with some vehicles here, but 101 engineers is okay for the time being. Also, we do need vastly more to actually finish this. We absolutely need that to be finished. We are increasing the amount of naval support in here, slowly but surely. I am transferring elements of the base force over here at Ponape, the Chichijima Special Base Force, to Roinama. When are your C5Ms? Is that a transport aircraft? Oh, it's a reconnaissance, I imagine. C5M2 Babs. One of them's over here, actually. Yeah. You've been running reconnaissance of Clarkfield? Well, that's no bloody good, is it? To be fair, if you could run some reconnaissance over this base as well, at least then I can actually get an idea there. Actually, just tell it 50-50. Actually, no. There we go. A low star. They're actually on training, okay. I think it might be June. Let's take a look. It's been saying great. I think I'm going to have these guys train. The reason being we really don't have much reconnaissance training. I don't need them all. As the amount of targets to reconnoiter decrease in here. Right, you're resting here. Yeah, I wish I'd have had better knowledge of just, yeah. I can regret 101 times a day, just like the mistakes made in the early part of the campaign. And the ones that have been made not too long ago, but hey, this will be alright. Reconnaissance of Mersing will help on Bin, right? Well, we're going to run some reconnaissance of Mersing anyhow, just to get an idea of his troops there. Over Singapore as well. You're in naval search, okay. Yeah, I can't wait to have those. reconnaissance over Malaya. You're just resting here at the moment. Yeah, those pilots aren't very experienced, so we'll have them train, I suppose. Naval search. Also, the other aircraft's ready. Yeah, I really wish I'd not bloody mistreated my reconnaissance. I like your style, Carl, but it's not necessary. We'll grab what... Well, we can get what's in Mindan sooner or later, anyhow. Okay, these forces need to continue to march on. Need to be hot on their heels. Right, set all to follow. There we go. Yes, we're planning for this settlement here, then that's fine by me. Those men are going to march north. A few tankers over here, an oiler, motor gunboat. So many forces there that I need to move out. I think what I'm going to do then is actually have you transferred over here to Samar so we can actually pick up additional support elements there. Let's see. Well, we'll take a look at this, actually. What forces is it that I need for... I think it's the 48th. Right, they're on their way to Antamonan. So then, Pirate, how you doing there, my friend? Keep in mind, each reconnaissance flown by reconnaissance can add up to 1, 2, 4 to detection level. Okay. Yeah, that's it. You're absolutely right about Infinite. Okay. You've not missed too much there. We're just making our decisions here. We're not too far from ending the turn, to be honest. We've changed around the actual convoy system to a degree. See, I'm kind of tempted to actually, how do we want to use the 48th? I mean, Clark has a size 2 port, but the issue is I don't want to be within range. I don't want to really mess with this, because I know he has actual patrol craft here. I'm going to have them sent to San Fernando instead, actually. There we go. Have them sent there. Now you want some reconnaissance over Palembang. Oh no, don't get me wrong, I'd love to take Palembang as well. Oh, with the 48th, yeah, that'd be a very good idea. Would we land directly on Palembang? I mean, it could be done with a division and obviously the support there. We're going to get our forces moving this turn. So the 2nd Formosan Regiment is going to be moving from Clark I mean, ideally they make it to San Fernando next turn. Okay. I might actually have some troop transports over here. Yeah, I do actually. Good news. Amphibious. Speed, yeah, these guys are fantastic. Durability 21. How's that compared to these guys? Durability 22. I don't think it makes much of in the way of difference, to be honest. Maneuver 24. And maneuver 30, actually. It looks like these guys are actually more maneuverable. Though it's hard to deny that these guys, I mean, they look to be the same class for the most part. Same speed, that's pretty good. Okay. I'll have them escorted by the 2 destroyers here and the Kitakami. Though Kitakami, her AA isn't exactly impressive. Sure, she does have the 14cm guns, obviously has a huge amount of torpedoes. I do want to look. I don't know. I like the ship. I don't know. She's like one of a kind, and I kind of want to hold on to her till later. I know she's not like amazing, as obviously she'll just send torpedoes at one target, but I don't know. I don't want her to get destroyed before she can actually use those torpedoes. Okay. There's additional assets over here as well, isn't there? Right, what we'll do here... Take you. Right, take Hidachi. It's not good having them with no escorts. We're going to have you instead actually head out to Sama. You can sort that situation out. You're going to be needed over at Pescadores. So head to Pescadores. In fact, merge with the force there when you get there. Meet with Task Force 197. Merge with them. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, my dude. Good, we've got engineers over here as well. Right, the 48th Division. First Formosan, second Formosan, 47th Infantry. So here then, so first set 47th. And then we need the 48th, 48th, yeah, okay, that makes it easy. Unfortunate thing is I can't have them combine. But what I'm going to do then is actually tell them all to plan for Palembang. There we go. Okay. So first Formosan, 47th Infantry. 48th Reconnaissance, 48th Engineers. 48th Field Artillery Regiment. Damn. So you do need that additional... Okay, verified load. What I'll do is load troops only. Load. I don't think I have... Do I have any transports here? There's only this here. What I'll do then... Oh, all use the same class. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, let's take a look at speed. So, 2 transports then. Right, begin to load supply here. Okay. Yeah, that'd be really, really helpful then, Infinite. Thank you very much. I mean, I'll be out at D&D tonight. Actually, very soon. I'll have to wrap this up in the next few minutes. Right, okay. So... they're gonna head to San Fernando. And I'm gonna need these transports down here then to obviously transport this... yeah, so we're gonna have 2 divisions then. I think it's the 4th division that's actually headed down this way. So that's gonna work out well then. So we'll have a division transferred to Naga, which is then gonna be transferred possibly to Mindanao, possibly onto Balikpapan, well onto Borneo. And we'll have the 48th division made ready to land over at Palembang. I mean, what we could potentially do... well, if we actually do land at Palembang or someone else, but either way, we'll be landing over there at Sumatra soon enough. So it probably might be that we use the Singapore Express to actually support that action, obviously with the air power. Well, really, we're just having the actual surface assets, to be honest. It wouldn't be a bad idea to use those 4 battleships out there. At least then, obviously, they're going to be in a position where they can actually... protect against bloody annoying surface raiders. So we know he'll do that. We absolutely know that. Okay. Right, those forces are going to move there. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, the turn's going to be sent over to THG in the next few minutes. Okay, we'll have them all... yeah, launch a deliberate attack here. Then they can obviously rest until reinforcements arrive, and then we'll launch another one. Right, there's nothing I can move here at the moment. Yeah, that had been really good, actually. That'd have been nice. Okay, then the bombers are going to be flying out to hit this hex here then. So 8643. 8643. Okay. Yeah, it is. Ah, there we go. New patrol boats are ready. Fantastic. Okay. I'm gonna have more base over to Shanghai, actually. I need to patrol really, like, this central area. I'm gonna have some additional ones set up over this way, I think. Though, actually, no, it would be a good idea to log this area down. So they can be transferred to Szymanewski, well, Szymanewski, how the hell pronounce it. Yeah, once they arrive, we'll set them out. That's good news, then. Additional patrols, always a good thing. Okay. We can have these forces on combat just in case. It's not been fun over here, but they'll have to take it. You're headed to Marcus Island for the time being. Submarines are returning over this way. Kido Butai's giving orders, these guys have been giving orders, everything's been giving orders. Let's take a quick look at the 52nd here. Also got the 1st Raiding Regiment, and we have, yeah, the Yokosuka 1st SLF as well. That's good news. So we could potentially use them if needed. Okay, 56 is over here. They're planning for a ball. I'm just going to wait for the rest of the division to arrive, which is going to be the next couple of days. So that'll be fine, but obviously we'll have them made ready the next couple of days to be moved out. Disband them for the time being. Okay, but unfortunately I'm out of time here for 2 days, so we'll go ahead and end the turn here. Though I might just make a quick save here, just in case. Then at least if anything happens, we always got to save just before we would have ended the turn. Right, there we go. I think that's a perfect title there. Until the cherry blossoms fall on you. I like that. I think that's really like, yeah, I like that. That's a good working title. AA, yeah, that's a freaking great A. I'm happy with that. Shimonoseki, something like that, I don't know. I'm not Japanese. Right, there we go. So I'll be sending the turn over to THG in the next few seconds. So until next time, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you have, please do consider supporting myself and becoming a patron. It really does help out significantly. Until next time, goodbye for now. Have a great evening and all day.